tell you, um, I just have to say, I am very, very proud of you today, Black America. I'm very proud of you. Um, I see. I'm a little petty. I will admit it. But I see the impact of your saying, nah, we ain't going to spend with them. And we're not going to spend with them. And that impact is not small. It is not insignificant. And again, I am proud of you. I'm very proud of you to take that position and enforce it. Now, the question becomes, I'm gonna give you some background. When I consider the various efforts that we've had in American history, when I consider the Montgomery bus boycott and the resilience that those people had to have in order to walk as long as they did was astounding. But the problem is when you engage in a movement, in an effort, the first thing you have to start with is the end goal. What is the win? You have to define a win first, right? So once you've defined a win, then you can define the different steps necessary in order to get to that win. But first, you must have a definition of what a win is. And so the question that I have is, does it make sense? Like, what could Chinese America do for you to go back? For you to spend your money with them again? What would they have to do in order for you to spend their money with them? Yeah, I'm going to take that question right off the table. I'm going to take that right off the table. You know why? Because my feeling is, in my heart, my feeling is it should never come off the table. There is nothing that they can do. This has been abhorrent and inappropriate since the moment they got here and they accepted that benefit. It should never come off the table. Here is further. I suggest, now we're going to get into it. I suggest that it should not be specific to just one area. You see, the East Indians, they ain't treated you good. The Mexicans, they ain't treating you good. Hey, wait, I'm calling everyone out. I don't care what they feel. I don't care what they feel. They haven't cared what we feel, so I don't care what they feel. I suggest, Dr. John Henrik Clarke said, we shouldn't wear underwear if we don't make them. You hear me? We shouldn't wear underwear if we don't make them. So, from my perspective, no, the Indians should not get another dollar. I like Indian food. I learned how to cook it. I don't need them. And I get my spices from Black Hands in Trinidad and in Barbados and in Grenada and like that. So I'm good. I can easily replace them. The truth is, let's get to it. The truth is, everything that you replace is substituted with capacity. You see, if you replace them as a provider of a given thing for you, then it means that you have to find alternative resource or means in order to be able to do it for yourself. So what does that mean? It comes out to equaling capacity. Ooh, capacity. And so For what would I barter away capacity, personal capacity of us as a people? For what would I give that away? Who should I give that away to? Who in this society deserves access to our resources? Who? They have become accustomed. You hear the entitlement from the Asian community? The entitlement. They would actually have an attitude because we determine we're not going to spend with you. Are you out your mind? The entitlement is bizarre. And so it will be surprising to every population. To every population. So here's what I'm asking you. Let's just see. Let's just see. Okay? How about we say July 1 until July 31? We spend only what is essentially necessary in this society. Everything else, hold it. Everything else, save it. That's your money. Save it. Do without. Sacrifice. Find alternatives. I'm going to suggest for 30 days, from July 1st to July 31st, you withhold every dollar that you possibly can from touching anyone else's hand. Again, if that means you don't spend, then don't spend. And I propose this as an experiment, not for anyone else. No. Not to make noise, I don't give a damn about them. I don't give a damn about the populations that I am potentially impacting. They ain't give a damn about us, right? So I don't give a damn about them. What I suggest is show yourself how much you actually have. If you actually could see an action, what you have. And so here's what I'm going to suggest further, to simplify it. Give yourself a goal. At the end of that 30 days, you will have saved X amount of dollars. Do something for you and your family. Do something for you and your family. Have a goal in mind. And at the end of that 30 days, you take what you have saved and you enjoy it as a family, right? It ain't gonna kill you. It's not gonna impoverish you. It ain't gonna make you rich. It's not gonna make you poor. But what it will do is it will prove to you exactly how much actual power we have and how simple this solution actually is. It is not only simple, it is natural. It is unnatural for us to be completely dependent upon other people for our food, clothing, shelter, water, healthcare, security, sanitation, education, utilities, and economy. It is completely abnormal. There are no other people on the planet Earth today or ever that have ever been 100% dependent upon another people. Chinese people are dependent upon Chinese people. Russian people are dependent upon Russian people. African brothers and sisters are dependent upon African people. All of the people throughout this planet Earth, German people are dependent upon German people. All of the people upon this earth are dependent upon themselves, and we are the only ones that are dependent upon somebody else, and we think it's normal. It isn't normal. And so I suggest a very simple exercise. It's not hard. I'm only suggesting 30 days. 30 days. Don't spend anything that you don't need to. You're going to need to get gas, right? You're going to need your supplies. I'm not trying to levy a hardship. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to say, be aware of who you're giving your money to and for what, and whether or not you're actually receiving the value of that, because you're working for that. That's life. We want to call it money, but that's your energy. You put your energy into a thing, and you came back with this dollar. So that is your life that we're talking about. That is your energy that we're talking about. Did you get the value associated with spending that dollar? I don't care who it's with, whether they be Mexican, whether they be Indian, whether they be Chinese, whether they be white. I don't care. If you can limit your spending to only those things that are essential for 30 days, at the end of that 30-day period, I mean to tell you, this is more impactful than any begging or asking or voting or anything else that you could do. There's nothing else that you could do that would have a greater impact on America. America is vampire. America is vampire, feeding on the energy of the people. And so how do you kill a vampire? You starve them. Starve them. So I suggest we expand this. We expand it to every group. Every single Sal's Pizza, let it go cold. The Indian food, the Chinese food, the tacos, the food trucks, let them go. Yo, wait, let me tell you something. You know what I miss? I miss our food because, I mean, we can cook now. Stop playing. Stop playing in my face. We can cook. We have recipes that have been handed down in our families that I don't need no damn carnitas. I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that. I like what we make. Yeah? All right? I like what we do. Okay? So I suggest what that will do is highlight for you the true focus, the true direction, and the true answer for 100% of our problems. 100% of our problems have been being tied to the success or failure of another people. We've been tied to the success or failure of America for centuries. That is not a normal station. And so how do you get out of that? How do you get out of that? I'm also going to go visit. I want to say thank you and peace be upon you to Brother Calvin Muhammad. I'm going to also go down to the Mississippi and visit the Son of Man, one of Elijah Muhammad's students, who has launched the new Nation of Islam, consistent with the works that initially brought me and my family to the Nation of Islam, right? The language, the direction, the focus of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the focus of Malcolm X, and the true focus of the Nation of Islam at that time was doing for self, building for self. And the Son of Man is in Mississippi doing some amazing things. So I have to. You know who I am. I ain't got no choice. I got to go. I got to meet this man. I got to see what it is that they are doing. And I always loved the humble nature of Elijah Muhammad and the Son of Man. The brother looks and sounds a lot like him. He reminds me of him. But that is the answer, right? The truest answer. You can't buy pride, black man. That's over. What has been has got to end. You can't buy pride from white America. You can't get it. It's not a product that you can get in IKEA. Black woman, you cannot buy pride. You cannot buy womanhood. You cannot buy manhood. You can't. It is not a sellable product. It is produced through your discipline. It is produced from your hands. There is where pride comes from. You won't ask nobody. You know, if you build a table from scratch, you harvest the wood, you polish it, you sand it, right? You stain it, you seal it, right? You make it sturdy and you make it a table. If you do that, I promise you, you'll never ask anybody what do you bring to your table, because you will be so excited to have people sit at your table. It'll be an honor to have them sit. It will be a tribute to have them sit. And guess what? You'll never have to ask what will they bring to your table, because they will feel the tribute of the fact that you did it with your hands. and it's a lot of fun. So what is it that I'm suggesting? I'm suggesting that in 2026 we are exactly where we needed to be. I'm sorry that it had to take so much, and I know you're tired, and I know, I mean, wait, let me tell you something. I'm older than most in the audience that I am speaking to. I went to school during race riots, right? I went to school when it was raining racism. So, yeah, I'm tired too. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've thrown a lot of punches. And I've gotten a lot of punches, right? So I know you're tired. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And it's coming into focus by way of us. Everything that you are seeing happening, all of the stimulus that has brought us to where we are right here, right now, demands that we ask and answer the question, what is a win? And a win must include control of our own everything. Let's flash forward. What happens? If Chinese food, if the Chinese food restaurant can't keep up their mortgage, what happens? They have to move out, don't they? If their hair and nail store cannot meet their margins, what happens? They close up. Suddenly, there's a new dawn. I say, starve them all out of every neighborhood, every community, every one. Sal's Pizza, get the fuck on. Everyone, get the fuck on. Ain't none of them hired you. Ain't none of them ever gave $1 back to our community. Gone. Ain't no more conversation. There's no talk. There's no negotiation here. Gone. Gone. Okay? And so my proposal to you is a 30-day blackout. 30 days. Just 30 days. As I said, I'm not asking you to prove it to anybody else. I'm asking you to prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself. See how much money in 30 days has been going outside of us and how much you accumulate. As I said, come up with the goals. Come up with a family goal. Come up with something that you're going to do at the end of that 30 days to celebrate this fast, if you will. And then, if we could do it for 30 days, then why couldn't we do it for 60? Why couldn't we do it for 90? Why could we not march into the future forever more dependent upon ourselves? Why couldn't we? We've got those who are, wait a minute, we want to get deep. We've got those who are very skilled in the production and manufacture of clothes. We've got those who are very skilled in the filtration of water. We've got doctors, we've got nurses, we've got lawyers, we've got engineers, we've got everything that we need. And guess what? They're treating them bad in the hospitals. The doctors are being treated badly. The lawyers are being treated poorly. The engineers are being treated unfairly. The teachers are being treated disparately. You are seeing across the entire society and across the human experience our being treated poorly in each and every single industry that we could possibly choose to go into. So then why would we continue? You see, why would we continue? If we have the ability to do these things for ourselves, then is it a punishment to be forced to do it? Is it a punishment to be forced to do it? Wait, do we want to sell wolf tickets? We out here selling wolf tickets? We will, we can. Wait a minute. Instead of all that we will, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna. Instead of all that, let's do it. Let's solve the problem. Let's envision a tomorrow for our children that does not look like yesterday. where we are no longer dependent and listening to the foul mouths of these apathetic, fork-tongued devils. Why don't we do it? Solve the problem for once and for all, and ensure that in the future, our children and their children's children will never again be on bended knee at any man's table. Why don't we do that? I say it starts with 30 days. 30 days, shut everybody down. No carnitas. No, if you want tacos, make them at home. You want carnitas, make them at home. You want Indian, man, reach out to me. I'll give you some recipes. Make it at home. You want Chinese, make it at home. You want anything, and you can find a way to do it yourself or source a black-owned business to do it for you, just for 30 days is what I'm asking. 30 days. And the goal is your own. At the end of the 30 days, you do whatever you want. Go on vacation. I don't know how much it's going to be. I have no idea. It's going to be a variable, right? But at the end of that 30 days, do what you want. Celebrate your family. Celebrate the sacrifice. Do what you will. But you have just engaged in one of the most salient efforts, really, of my lifetime. Of my lifetime. I was there at the Million Man March, right? I've seen everything. I've been here a long time. I've seen it all. But I've never seen the degree of galvanization that I see today. It has never been to the extent that it is today, not in my lifetime. So now I say, let's prove something to ourselves. Let's take it, let's push the envelope a little bit. Let's push it. Let's do July 1st, which will include their July 4th celebration, and include, see, I know what I'm asking of you is a lot, because Juneteenth is, so Juneteenth is going to pass. We can do that. Please, when you go to Juneteenth, don't buy no Juneteenth flags from nobody else. Don't buy it. No. China's making all them flags. China's making all that material. Walmart is, don't do that. Don't do that. That's counterproductive. Don't do that. Okay? You make it, or you find it from your own. It's in the community. We got it. You can find it. Okay? Just do a little bit of looking. You can find it. Don't buy it from somebody else. Okay? First. But then we get into July. That means if we do July 1st to the 31st, that means that the July 4th will be shut down. It will be shut down from our perspective. They do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. I don't need them to be like me. I don't need them to do like me. No. This is us. This is for us, right? And so I would just really love to see the expansion of this effort to include every community, to harness our own resources. Hear how entitled they feel to ours. I saw a comment where when one Hispanic dude was said, yeah, well then you're going to complain about food deserts. And I responded and said, well then let us. Then let us. See, in 500 years, we have not been left the fuck alone. We have not been left alone. If everything that they say would happen is going to happen, then let it. It's us. We're humans. Let it. That ain't your business. It's not your business. So, I suggest we ready to rock, man. I say that this is the most amazing time to be alive. I want you to answer the question, what is a win? I want you to envision the win. What does it look like when you're gone? In generations to come, the efforts that we put place now, what do they do? What does the win look like? You understand that the circumstances that we live in and under today were put in place by men 300, 400 years ago who would never live to see the result of their efforts. And yet they put those efforts into being. Your resolve must be equal or greater than those who did those bodies of work. Must be equal or greater than those men. So I suggest eyes on the prize, eyes forward. Let's do what makes sense for us. Damn everybody else. I want you to be selfish, black folk. I said I want you to be selfish. I want you to think about yourself. Think about your woman. Think about your children. Think about your man. Think about your community. Think about us myopically. Focus singularly on us, watching each other's six, making sure we're on point. Hold me up, pull me up. You see me stepping out of line, pull me up. Pull me up. Show me you love me. Pull me up. I'm open. You hear me? 30 days. That's what I suggest. 30 days. And you will see something in yourself that will change you and change us forevermore in 30 days' time. That's all. I just wanted to say that I'm very proud of you. I see you. I'm very, very proud. I love us. And I am really anxious and excited about where we go from here, baby. Because come on, man. You know what it is. You know who takes the W. So let's define the W and take it. All right? Y'all be safe. Watch your six.